Illegal dog breeding has to stop. For the sake of editing, I'm just gonna keep the frame on Roman Roy from Succession because, yeah. But, anyways, dog breeding needs to be more regulated. I mean, humanity is no stranger to modifying species. We do it with corn. And honestly, dogs really were the first organisms to be modified for our benefit. Since their early domestication, we have learned to breed dogs to be stronger, healthier, and more helpful, whether it was herding sheep, breeding dogs, bringing medicine. Dogs have always just been, like, at man's side, you know? Yet lately, breeding practices have shifted their focus more to aesthetics. They call these dogs designer breeds, the more popular ones ranging from the tiny teacup puppies to French bulldogs. They call the trading of these trend breeds the illegal puppy trade. The organization Four Paws describes the conditions of these businesses as lacking in veterinary care. Dogs that can no longer breed are unfortunately quickly replaced with newly able and fertile dogs, and crossbreeding to make cuter sounding or cooler looking breeds only leads them to a life full of disease. Teacup dogs, for example, have numerous illnesses on their roster the moment they're born. They unfortunately may suffer with breathing problems and heart disease, liver shunts, and low blood sugar. God damn. And this is just something I remember finding out a few years ago, but most bully dogs are actually breeded to achieve the, classic cartoonish look simply for sport and competition, even despite of how high the risk of hip and elbow displacement is. As I became more enthralled in the topic of dog breeding, I really wanted to visualize just how badly these dogs are being treated. So I happened to come across a documentary released by BBC Three on YouTube named The Dark Side of Britain's Insta Puppy Trade. There are multiple clips of British officers finding these businesses and raiding their trucks, and what they find really is just incredibly inhumane. Multiple boxes full of dead puppies and cages inhabited by malnourished dogs. Because of these increasing cases, the National Library of Medicine confirmed that European kennel clubs have made an increasing number of rules and regulations for dog breeding, even if the breeding would prove beneficial to a dog's health. Here in the US, these dog breeding facilities are carried out by puppy mills. The organization Humane Society estimates that there are at least 10,000 puppy mills in the US. The Humane Society even has an incredible record of investigations and reports on the uncovering of puppy mills. Their website states that over the past 11 years, Missouri has had the most puppy breeding dealers. Yay! You get it, Missouri. Jesus Christ. But if we're throwing stones at malicious dog breeders, I think the insta-baddies that buy these breeds should get a stoning as well. Speaking from my own social media experience, there was a time where I was enthralled by these posts, always liking one on my timeline and even following these accounts. Now being more aware, I have grown to detest these so-called influencers. What's a shame is that not many people know the truth of how these breeds are acquired. They end up finding themselves wanting that breed. These accounts tend to have a huge following, meaning more people are susceptible to wanting one of these trend dogs. And I believe if more people knew exactly how these dogs were treated or brought, many wouldn't even fathom ever wanting one.
Oh, but the puppies are so adorable. Look at the little cuteness, sunshine, sugar bell Pukatins. They could fit into a little teacup. Shut up.
If you're hearing any weird background noise in my room, that's my fan. It is hot as balls. I am boiling. I am literally boiling in my room. But breeding isn't really all that bad. I mean, as I stated previously, we used to breed dogs simply for the sake of them being stronger and healthier. It was done in a way that was beneficial to both us and the dog. The AKC, or the American Kennel Club, positively endorses responsible breeding, claiming that health testing needs to be done before any mating can even start. According to the AKC, all potential pairings must be evaluated to find the match that will produce a litter that maintains and hopefully improves the quality of the breed. The article further elaborates on the cleanness of the conditions in which the breeding takes place. They have to be treated with the utmost hospitality that must be offered. Point is, breeding practices can help decrease any underlying health issues. Certain dogs, like Dalmatians, are heavily dependent on proper breeding, given how exposed they are to genetic diseases. They are also an extremely rare breed, meaning demand is much higher. As of right now, the United States Department of Agriculture enforces the Animal Welfare Act, or the AWA. The knowledge article displayed on their website describes exactly what the AWA does. It requires people who breed dogs for any commercial sale or research or for showing exhibits to be licensed. They must meet certain standards such as housing, ventilation, and protection from extreme weather. Again, I must say, illegal breeding has to stop. Perhaps you have neighbors and friends that breed their dogs and sell them. Maybe they mean no harm, but there's a lot of risk in doing these practices, especially without a license. I'm not calling for a ban on breeding. I mean, the giant heart in the intro says otherwise. But really, I wish all the love and care I have for our furry little friends. Even though my dad doesn't really let me have pets, all I ask is that we become more mindful of how we raise not just our dogs, but other animals as well. I mean, hamsters, they die too soon in my opinion. But anyways, thank you for listening and enduring this video essay with me. I'm gonna go watch Oppenheimer again. Good night.